Museum of Fine Arts Houston welcomes an exhibit that provides new insights into a familiar artist.
So this is an exhibition which traces the relationship and the great art commissions that were made between the greatest of all artists, Michelangelo, and the Pope that encouraged him to be an artist in Rome more than any other. And that man is Pope Paul III, a member of the Farnese family, and we often call him the Farnese Pope. So this exhibition looks at some of the buildings, some of the paintings, some of the drawings that were produced in this remarkable collaboration, which happened during the first half of the 16th century. I think the influential role that the popes played, I mean that's I think quite an obvious point to make, but how actively they were involved in all the individual projects that the great artists did for them. Michelangelo was just one of them, Raphael was another, Titian was another. So all the great Renaissance artists, with the exception of Leonardo da Vinci, are here in this exhibition. And we have three of the greatest painters who ever lived, Michelangelo, Raphael and Titian. And Pope Paul III is depicted in this exhibition by both Raphael and by Titian as a young man and as an old man. So even if for nothing else, come for those two extraordinary portrayals of Pope Paul III. But there is so much more. There are astounding drawings, full-size cartoons of details from the great frescoes that Michelangelo did, which are pricked through for transfer and are the original drawings that Michelangelo made for these astonishing frescoes. We look at in some detail at the Sistine Chapel, which everybody thinks they know, but of course we're looking at it in great detail. And probably the most extraordinary commission that these two men worked out between them was the Last Judgment, which is on the altar wall, the west wall of the Sistine Chapel. And perhaps not so many people know that it was censored about 20 years after it was painted. And we look at that censorship quite rigorously. And we have here a painting done by one of Michelangelo's contemporaries, Marcello Venusti, and a friend of Michelangelo, collaborator of Michelangelo, which records the Last Judgment as it was originally painted, which is an amazing thing to see, which has come from the Capodimonte Museum in Naples, our main collaborator on this exhibition. But what it shows is Michelangelo's original concept, which shocked the cardinals and the visitors to Rome and caused it to be censored about 20 years later by a painter called Daniele da Volterra, who may have painted this portrait of Michelangelo, which is behind me. So a wonderful connection here. It's not generally agreed exactly who painted this portrait. It might have been Daniele da Volterra, and the Metropolitan Museum are half inclined to think that. They're half inclined to think it's by another contemporary called Jacopino del Conte, and that debate will go on. But it is a wonderful depiction of the man we're featuring in this exhibition, Michelangelo. So to have all these items here in Houston for this exhibition is a once-in-a-lifetime opportunity. Some of these things will never travel again, and it's great to see them here.
Michelangelo in the Vatican will be on display through June 10th. For more information, visit www.mfah.org. For Artbeat, I'm Stacee Hawkins.